Back in September, we pulled out our old kitchen to make room for our brand new beauty. The folks from Sub-Zero Wolf and from Bentwood Kitchens worked together to build an amazing kitchen. But before we show you the finished product, photojournalist Paul Stauffer shows us how it all came together. Take a look.
A lot of handwork, but of a lot of precision work from machinery, different things going on. But the exciting thing is it's product made by Texans, sold in Texas. Most of the things you hear are very sophisticated machines, but probably the best machine we have is really the human hand. What we do is handcrafted work. So we take the best of New World and engage that with what we do in the Old World, which is handwork, mold them together and come up with a very pristine, near-perfect product. This is the product in the raw. You can see a lot of different coloration of products. One of the things that's happening today with wood is that the products are being cut down at such a fast rate, you don't get high-quality wood anymore. We have the ability to take any type of molding, crown molding, base molding. We can run the profiles ourselves off of CAD drawings. I can literally go from a CAD drawing to running the molding in 2 hours from anybody that sends me a drawing. This particular wood is literally some of the wood that we're using for the kitchen that we're doing in your studio there in Dallas. Right now, this is all of the location of the parts for the piece in the cabinet. Drawer guides, hinges. Once it's located all those pieces and drilled the proper holes, it's then going to come back and outline the part perfectly square. This is an oven that's actually cooking the product from the inside out. It goes into the oven for 7 to 10 minutes, and then it goes to the other end to do final flash before we move it. What we're doing is applying a glaze coat to even out the finish, or the actual color of the wood. Everything is filtered air. We allow the finish to dry, or at least skim coat over while it's inside the booth before we ever remove it. This is the final coat that the customer sees on their product. This particular piece is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 component pieces that are available out of the catalog in an order form, but we've pre-assembled it partly because it's your studio, but the other deal is we'll do it for anybody if they want us to do that.
And here we are in our finished and beautiful Sub-Zero Wolf Bentwood kitchen. Yes, and I'm here with all the gentlemen that made this happen. They made this all possible. So let's go ahead and meet them, shall we? Dustin Thornton from, how do you say it? It's Cosentino?
Cosentino.
Cosentino, and you did these beautiful countertops.
Yes.
That look like a marble product, but they're actually not. It's a natural stone, but is it quartz?
It's actually engineered stone. It is quartz. It's 93% quartz, and it's got the elegance of marble without all the porosity and the issues with natural stone.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Bentwood Cabinets did all this gorgeous cabinetry, and you were saying that this wood was an African wood? What's it called?
It is. It's Palmole sapele, very similar to mahogany. Actually, it's in the mahogany family. Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I love about Bentwood that everything, I mean, we just saw from that piece, everything is just meticulously handmade and put together so beautifully. And it's funny because we were saying as we watched the piece, all of us were like, gosh, you know, they're going to expect that it's this 12,000 square foot kitchen and this. And of course, we're limited with space here, but it really is a great representation of the beautiful work that you guys do.
Thank
you so much for being a part of our new kitchen.
Honored.
We're so, let me tell you something, we're honored because we have waited for this kitchen and waited for an opportunity to bring all our great chefs back in. And Garth, you've been on the show before, and you were with Sub-Zero Wolf.
I am.
You're the executive chef for them. And so you sort of decided which pieces we needed. So can you kind of walk us through? And we have this beautiful Sub-Zero refrigerator that I'm salivating over. I want one so bad.
Me too. Me too. I understand. Yeah, it really came down to what was the most efficient use of the space to go with the cabinets and the countertops. I really felt like some of the cleanness of our induction cooktop, which we've got some Texas butternut squash on right now that we're going to get rolling for a little appetizer that'll be great for the Thanksgiving holiday. To our in-counter steamer, which we'll be featuring on a later show about how it just makes cooking easy. So if you're challenged in the kitchen, that's where our appliances will really stand out.
It is so cool. I just have to show this for 1 second. I know we're going to do a piece on it, but this steamer is, I didn't even know that I could have this as an option in my kitchen. And when I design a new kitchen, and you all help me remember to do a steamer because it's such a great piece. Okay, so I guess we're going to start cooking.
We are. You're going to start cooking.
Are you going to let me do it?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, so should we get started, ladies? Do you want to come on in?
And my approach, just in general, kind of the philosophy that I like to employ is making cooking easier. I think a lot of times when people see somebody in a chef coat, Amy was saying it earlier, I mean, it's like, oh, I'm not a professional chef. Well, obviously, you can hold your own in a kitchen with your own cookbook. You definitely know what you're doing.
I have a little experience. Yeah.
But I think people get intimidated by the chef coat thing. And I really, like my background, I learned from my mom. We never had a fancy steam oven where we're roasting the beef right now. We didn't even have a little kitchen timer because she knew it was time to take food out of our ovens when our smoke detectors would go off.
Yeah, exactly.
So if that's how you cook, or that's how you cook at home, that's it.
You said a steam oven? This is a steam oven?
It is. And
There's a roast in the oven. Look at this. I mean,
great roast beef.
This is a dream come true. I'm just so excited.
For me as well. I'm so happy to be here.
So exciting.
So different than like a convection oven.
It is, and in fact, one of the things that we'll be featuring here in a few minutes.
Because it's wet heat, isn't it? Wet heat.
It is wet heat, but it also cooks for you. We actually, all I did was I put that in and I just set it that I want it to be ready at a given minute, and it's going to be cooked and rested.
Wow.
But let's start with the appetizers right now. So
You're using
my favorite bacon.
Our favorite bacon.
We love bacon at the broadcast.
Grab one of those pieces of bacon.
All right. The best bacon.
We're going to dredge
So we're going to dredge. Wow, culinary terms. You can wear a white chef
I'm
coat.
a little bit of a foodie.
So we'll
There
pull
you
that
go.
out. That's going to dry it, and now the egg that we're putting into here, that's going to make it sticky,
topping
right?
stick,
So we'll get that worked in.
Okay.
And then the last container is going to have a mixture of panko breadcrumbs. That helps to hold it like kind of the glue with the egg. And then also some Parmesan cheese, primarily Parmesan.
Yum.
So we're making some Parmesan crusted bacon.
It's a great idea.
And we're actually going to bake it in the oven. So I like to say that makes it healthy. I don't know, Parmesan on top of bacon.
Garth.
But I think there's actually there's some bad information out there about bacon. Susie, you and I love
agree.
bacon. Your first request was for bacon. Well, I actually found out that turkey bacon is only 1 gram less of fat.
Are you serious?
Than this thick cut applewood smoked.
So if I just go in for the good hearty stuff, it's really
deal.
Just go for, my mother lived to be 97 years old. I know so many people that are in their hundreds that have been eating bacon all their lives. Bacon is used as the greatest seasoning in the world for most foods. I mean, for
Absolutely.
vegetables and
fat.
everything.
You know,
it's
just
great.
eat what
In
you
reality,
like.
is that instead of eating something that's not very good like turkey bacon,
Are
do
you
5
using-
jumping jacks
are you using
and make
this-
the real deal.
Are you using this
There you go.
convection cookware?
Cooktop.
The induction
Induction?
cooktop. That's exactly what's going on right now.
Is this a piece of it?
It is. So that's the butternut squash that actually I'm going to have. Amy, you're going to pull the butternut squash. This is some Texas butternut squash.
And what are we
there's some-
doing with it? It's just we're just like boiling it?
We are. So you saw how quickly it came up
me
to
to pull
heat.
this
I've
out
already
now?
started simmering it. Yes, so just go ahead and pull it out.
Gosh, that smells good. What did you put in there?
It's
Is this
just
the
straight
squash?
Texas butternut squash and then some Granny Smith apples.
Yeah, y'all get to work. I'm ready
That's
to
what's
eat. I'm
in there.
hungry.
And the neat thing on this induction cooktop is that you notice, I mean, you're not getting a lot of heat from it. The burner itself is actually cool to the touch. So it's
Really?
great for a smaller kitchen like this.
It's great if you
Maybe
have
5
kids.
people cooking at
Yeah,
one time
little
in
fingers
front
that
of the
like to
cooktop.
put up on the countertop.
And when you turn it off, unlike electric, do you see how it stopped boiling immediately?
Immediately. Wow.
All right, so you're good with that.
Fancy. Okay. This
And
is
it-
enough?
It is.
Okay.
Susie, if you'll pour a little bit of that maple syrup in.
How much?
Just tell me when you need me
Just
to
a little
taste
bit.
something.
Garth, I missed what the white
This
one
is
is.
It's Granny Smith apples.
Oh, okay.
And squash.
If you'll do me a favor and put that into the lower
want her
oven
to
at 400
mash it?
degrees.
400 degrees.
We're going
Do
to
you
cook
want her
that
to
for
mash
20
this?
minutes.
Got it.
Yes, that would
Puree
be
it?
great. In fact, if you want to make it a little bit easier.
Oh, really?
It's blue inside.
Is this plugged in?
Beautiful.
my gosh, y'all, we have an oven.
I should have worn my apron.
We need some Sub-Zero Wolf
Okay, I'll turn the speed down a little bit.
Get it!
Yeah, actually, after the little first segment, I should maybe keep the power tools out of the way.
Susie.
Wait,
Get
just
back.
use this.
Okay, here you go.
Perfect.
Okay, so we puree that, and then what? While our bacon cooks, it comes out, and it
pull out
looks
the
like
bacon.
that.
And so this is what it looks like. It's Parmesan crusted. It's nice and crispy.
Do you need me to taste that?
We do. Actually, if you'll go ahead and cut it. Well, you just want the whole piece?
Are you okay with 4 women all over you?
I love it.
Of course
Are
she
you
wants the
kidding
whole
me?
piece.
Absolutely.
Can we do that? Can we do that? Hey, Dad,
I'll cook here every
what do we do
day.
next?
All right, so we'll keep that to the side. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the bacon. So, and we'll cut into little rectangles like that. So if you guys want to get on that one. What I save the scraps
Parmesan
for is
crusted
like
bacon should be
croutons.
A
illegal.
little, yeah.
And the great thing about this is you can cook it like this and freeze it, of course, in a Sub-Zero freezer. And then you can just pull it out, put it back in the oven for 5 minutes.
And
to
use it as a
serve
great
it-
party
Okay,
appetizer.
now what are you doing?
So now what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 square on, and then you're going to put a little bit of that squash mixture.
Do we need any cinnamon or anything in that squash or
You
anything?
can. I kind of like,
Oops.
we'll put a little bit in there.
Yeah.
And then go to the next piece. So we're going to do a total of 3
stack it.
pieces.
And then it
With
makes
the
like
squash.
these little
Separate it out a little
sandwiches,
bit.
kind of.
And is this our finish?
No, what does our final
this.
product look like? Because I need to taste that
Final
too.
product that we've done a little bit at a time. So these are how they're laid out. And the nice thing about this,
Show that. Those are so pretty.
Can we finish this?
Be sure to stop by the amazing one-of-a-kind Sub-Zero Wolf showroom in Dallas. It's on Lemon Avenue to check out all of their incredible appliances that they have there for your kitchen. Some really amazing things. So Garth will be
good.
with us again in our next hour.
And we'll put this recipe on our website.
Yes, and
Delicious.
see how all the dishes come
Delicious.
together.
great,
We're
looking
so
forward to
excited.
it. Thanks
So
for your help,
excited.
ladies.
Awesome, we're going to cook later. We'll be right back.
Yum.